Good morning, friends and fiends, and welcome back to Diamonds and Dragons. This is my Wednesday Minecraft stream where we build classic dungeons and maps from Dungeons and Dragons and from modern tabletop role-playing game map creators. We are in the middle of working on Marpenoth Hall, which is a map from Dyson Logos, which is a very popular map creator for games like Dungeons and Dragons and other heroic fantasy games. I actually wasn't sure if I was going to get this stream out on time. I've had kind of a slow morning today. It's rainy and very cold here morning, and I woke up not feeling great, but I feel better after meds and everything. So I have a couple of little things to show off today. You may have seen this before in the background of my old stream setup. I'm not sure if I can really capture it very well, but this is a print of a painting that I got from a local artist. It used to hang on the wall behind me. I took it down after I rearranged all of the background, and I haven't really found a new place to put it. But the artist goes, they go by Bowerbird Creations. I just think it's really cool. It's the Yule Cat. If you are familiar with the Yule Cat mythology, it's supposedly a giant cat from Scandinavia that is active during Christmas time. But I just think it's really cool. I love the colors, and it's got sort of like a gold paint marker sort of thing for the eyes and everything. It's really, really neat. I love it. It's one of my favorite pieces of art that I've got in the house, and I'm gonna find another place for it, probably somewhere here in the office. I just haven't framed it and stuck it up anywhere yet. And then this is a really cool, I guess it's like a paperweight. It's the Arc de Triomphe from Paris. It's really heavy. I picked it up at a thrift store a while back. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. I currently use it on one of my bookshelves to just kind of hold up some very lightweight books in place of a bookend. But I like it. It's really cool. It's got a lot of detail to it. There's so much. I mean, you can actually see each of the different, the different like the bricks on the inside. I'm not sure how well you can see that. There you go. It's got all these little details all throughout it. See the statues on the front. It's really cool. I love it. So we are going to go ahead and hop into our game. I see that there are a couple folks in chat. Good morning to Kayla and Trial Fan. Welcome in. So when I fell off a cliff. When we last left, we had made some pretty good progress on the beginnings of Marpenoth Hall. And I'm going to go ahead and show the map real quick to sort of show where we are. We have that bottom right section there basically done. And what I'm going to work on this morning is kind of getting that bottom left or the bottom edge of this thing put together. And it's basically just a really long line that we'll work on. We need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, basically 10 blocks out, but we're doing each block on the map is going to be a 3x3 block, so we need to go 30 blocks out from here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And that's how long this front space of the building is going to be before it starts angling back up that way. I hope you guys have had a pretty good week. I know things are kind of stressful for a lot of folks right now with everything that's happening, so doesn't seem like it's a great time to be flying. I'm not sure if you guys saw the video of that airplane that flipped upside down. Like they had video from one of the passengers like immediately after the crash, and it was just wild. Welcome in, Stone Homie. Stone Homie says, I made it. I had to dig my driveway out and now I'm tired. Jacob Shelby, Aster is asking about the tower in the background. I think Aster and I think you guys had to leave before I got to show this off, because I got to show it off at the very beginning or at the very end of last time's stream. This is the one of my Ko-fi builds. It is the hold on. It's the Tower of Cartographer Nearslew, and it's just a really cool build that I put together. It's got a telescope on the top. I'm not going to show this off in full detail this time, since I did show it off in the last video and you can catch the replay on that, but I'll give you a quick little tour through it. We've got a lot of little details all throughout here. Nearslew is a tabletop role-playing game creator who creates maps. So I wanted to build a tower that was all about cartography and map making. So we've got all the maps of this local area here on the ground. I will at some point, I need to update these maps because they're not going to show a hall as we finish it. And Nearslew recently had a pet named Liberty Bell who passed away. And so I wanted to do something really nice for him. We included a wolf in the build, and I used a name tag and named her Liberty Bell. So she is always has a place here in Nearslew's Tower, and it's just a really fun. This was a really fun build to do. I actually haven't had a chance this week to start on my next Ko-fi build, but it's going to be a giant terrarium. Deviant D&D Mama is one of my Ko-fi subscribers, and she sells reptiles. So I think I'm going to do like a cool terrarium with like a lizard build on the inside of that. I don't think she is currently in the chat right now, so let's see. I need to take a look real quick. Yeah, so we need to go in a full line, so I need to take this corner off. Kayla says, yesterday was a bit touch and go. You had a pretty atrocious day, but last night was the first Cypher System session. How did you like it? Really curious to hear what you thought about Cypher System. All right, so we need to grab a couple more of our vertical slope blocks, as they will come in handy here. This starts the interior wall right here. And it's a little bit strange to put together, but I think it will look pretty cool once we get it going. One thing I like about these copycat blocks is that you can easily stack them on top of each other. Kayla says, it was fun. I may or may not be on the run already. All right, so let's check our map real quick. Like we need to come out another block. On our last stream, we made the Swift Wolf's Rending Gale, which is the ring that gives us the flight ability. It consumes some coal, so we have to have some coal in our inventory. Okay, so we need to make our copycat wall so that we can make our glass walls here. There we go. Got those. Nope, that's not right. We are not tall enough. Pick those right there. Don't know, you were saying that Drew wasn't feeling well. I know that a lot of people have been really sick lately. Seems like there are... I don't know why I just typed Drew. Fortunately, Drew is not a block, so... what am I looking for? Stone bricks. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. All right, so we got our window there. That nerd Kayla says, a piece of starting equipment my friend took was a gambling set with loaded dice, but he's like a gambler that has a lot of debt, so he asked if the dice could be loaded to make him lose, and then he proceeded to roll 6 natural ones. Okay, so we need to go about 5 blocks this way. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to stick down a whole bunch of smooth stone at this point just to have sort of a basic floor here. I will probably end up, you know, putting different types of floors in the different rooms, but this will just be sort of a placeholder for now. Kayla says, I'd like to emphasize it's all that he rolled. What dice does Cypher System use? Is it D10s or... I want to say it's D10. I could be wrong though. Okay, so we do about 5 and then we have another window. Again, our some of our proportions are going to be a little bit fuzzy just because the scale of this map doesn't necessarily match perfectly with paper map that is, you know, being used here. But we'll work on that a little bit and get some of those things sorted out. Okay, so then we have basically another 5 blocks. 1, 2, 5. Kayla says it's primarily a D20. Okay. Bricks. But she uses Foundry to run her game. I haven't played on Foundry. I've played on what's it called? Fantasy Grounds. And I've used Roll20, but I haven't used Foundry yet. Where'd you go, dude? There you are. So there's actually several blocks that we can grab from this guy. Emerald. Grab a whole stack of those. Where'd he go? He's invisible because it's nighttime. There we go. All right, so I want a nautilus shell, a horn coral block. Already got wheat seeds. I've got acacia sapling. Grab the blue orchid, and podzol we can't put into the transmutation table, so we don't actually need that. Cool. So now we have access to nautilus shells, no matter how many, as long as we have enough points. And because of our generators over there, we basically have access to not exactly infinite points, but quite a few. John Homie says, I was attacked by a zombie villager while terraforming this morning. I want to save it so I can cure him and repopulate the village near me. I really need to hop onto the Dramaria server. I haven't really had a lot of time. I've just been kind of preoccupied with other stuff this week. Don't Homie says, you should have seen the shenanigans that unfolded while trying to catch him. Go away, dude. Trying to put him in a hole or boat while it beat me senseless. What is it to cure him? Is it the golden apple? Listen down our blocks. That's weird. For some reason, my chat disconnected. Okay, looks like it's back. So Homie says, a curse of weakness potion, I believe, then the apple. But yeah, this is our proportions. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, Trial Fan. Trial Fan says, that was weird, you froze. Something odd happened. I don't know if it was on my end or on YouTube's end, but the whole stream seems like it froze for a second. Let me check my stats real quick. It's not showing anything on my end, so I think it might have been a weird little glitch from YouTube itself. Okay, so our dimensions are off a little bit here. I think we need to shift our blocks over. We may even need to expand our windows. So this is supposed to be our corner. 5. Let's try going 6 before we stick our windows down. I fail. What's the deal? Oh, I ran out of coal to power my jet engine. So we're actually going to do something. We are going to make a Klein star. A Klein star is, come on. A Klein star is an item from this Project E-mod, and what it does is it collects EMC, and if we have it, we can stick it in one of our slots. Where is it? This one right here. And it will power the Swift Wolf's Rending Gale without needing to constantly have coal in our inventory. So to make that, all we need is a diamond and some Mobius fuel, and we can very quickly upgrade that to larger forms just by creating more of them. So we're going to go ahead and push all the way up to a Klein Star Omega. And to do that, we need Mobius fuel and diamonds. Jacob Shelby says, do you know if the mod pack you're using is available for the Switch? I forgot what you said it was called. Builders Paradise? So yeah, we are using Builders Paradise 2. Oh, we don't have Mobius fuel in here. How do we make Mobius fuel? Builders Paradise 2. I don't know if it's available for the Switch because the Switch, I think, is on Bedrock. And I'm using Java, so you'll have to do some research on that to find out if that is something that works. I don't know. I don't know if mod packs like this work on the Switch with Bedrock. So that's just going to be something you're going to have to look at on your own. Okay, so if we stick 4 alchemical coal in our Philosopher's Stone, we can get Mobius fuel. We'll stick that in our transmutation table, grab a whole bunch of it, and then our diamonds. We want a whole bunch of those too. Then if we go back to our Philosopher's Stone crafting table, stick diamond, Mobius fuel, and we get our Klein Star Ein. Drop those back into the crafting, or into the transmutation table. Klein Star Ein. And we want 4 of those. Because if we stick them in the crafting table, we can upgrade to a Klein Star Zwei. And we just sort of repeat the process. We stick that back into our table. Grab 4 of those. Stick them in the crafting table, and we get a Klein Star Dre. You'll see what these do in a little bit. Klein Star Veer. And Klein Star Sphere. One more. And that gets us our Klein Star Omega. There are further upgrades to this. The Klein Star Omega is probably sufficient for right now. But what we need to do is we need to charge this. And I believe do that by... Let's see, how do we do that? Yeah, there we go. We can stick it over here on this side, and then once we pick it up, it is charged with 51 million stored EMC. Once we stick that into our slot, okay, so we don't have any coal in our inventory, which normally would mean we wouldn't be able to fly. But since we have a Klein star, our flight is now powered by that Klein star. And that's going to basically give us a lot more flight for a lot longer period of time. And we're not using one of our inventory slots for coal. Okay, so let's come back to what we got here. If we do 6 between each, I think that's going to throw us off too. Got 5, got 6. Actually, if we make, I think if we do this as the angle block, it might actually work. Let me see. Oh no, that's because, okay, I'm messing myself up because there's supposed to be 3 windows here on the front. And I've stuck in an extra window somehow. Okay, so if we pick this, six, let's throw down some torches so we can see what we're doing a little bit better. Eventually that merchant should despawn and get out of our way. Okay, 4. So if we break these windows, place them with blocks, put our window here. One, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, see, that's going to throw us off too. Well, no, it won't. Because we'll have 6 in between each one if we move this window over. Could even go windows that are 3 wide. That might work. Try that. Let's try windows that are 3 blocks wide. We want to 6. 2. Windows there are 3. 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. AV64 Dancer, welcome in. Says, Wobble, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I was feeling a little off this morning, but it got a lot better after medication kicked in and everything. I woke up like super congested. And I've still got like a little bit of a raw throat just from like drainage or something. Stone Homie says, I watched the replay of Sunday's stream. Looked like you did some damage to Rescue Rangers. We had a really good stream on Sunday. That was really, really fun. It was actually the most viewers I've ever had on a stream. We ended up with quite a few. Yeah, I think that looks good. That'll give us 3 windows, each of which are 3 blocks wide. And then we'll end up with our proportions right. We may have to jockey around with stuff for our interior walls when we get to that, but I picked up like 13 new subscribers on Sunday. I don't know if it was because I was playing a Disney game or what, but we got all kinds of, like, the algorithm was really booming on that one. Misery Machine, welcome in. How are you doing today? Misery Machine says, Sunday stream was a lot of fun, lots of interaction and engagement. It really was. This Sunday, we're going to be playing Power Blade, which was one of the games that was recommended on Sunday. One of the viewers, and I cannot remember who exactly it was. It was one of the new viewers that I've not seen in my streams before. Mentioned Power Blade, and I just thought it was... I ended up downloading it and giving it a shot, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm definitely going to give that one a shot. Oh, this guy is still getting in my way. You know what? Sorry, guys, but we're gonna commit some murder here. There we go. Sorry, llamas. Weren't in my way so much, I wouldn't have had to do that. Alright, so let's glass up our windows here. Check this from the outside and see what it looks like. And we got to fill in our blocks here. Yeah, Stone Homie's been asking about Star Tropics. Says Stone Homie says manifesting that Star Tropics stream. I will play Star Tropics at some point, Stone Homie, I promise. I'm gonna end up doing some decorative work around the windows at a later date just to kind of flesh them out a little bit more. But so let's get an above ground view and we'll compare this to our map. So this is sort of what we're working with right now, and that looks pretty good to me. I think that actually looks pretty nice. So we're gonna work a little bit on this interior wall. Which goes right here. And the tricky thing here is that because we're using 6 blocks instead of 3 by 3, it's going to make our measurements a little bit off, but we can go out 6 blocks from here. Need some more smooth blocks. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should be where our wall is. So let's work on putting together our angled wall. Should be pretty easy to do because all we have to do is just meet to that level. The angled walls are really nice. I love them a lot. And once we get all of our structure built, of course, we'll decorate these walls with paintings and everything to make it suitable for a nice manor house. I may even end up changing out the planks for something else, but thanks. And we need more of our vertical slopes. If you're not just right on your placement, though, you end up with some of these angle blocks sticking out at weird spots. Yeah, if we go above and compare to our map, that looks pretty good. We'll stick a 2 wide door right here. Throw down some more of our ground tiles here. We're going to use our handy dandy diamond one for that. Except we ran out of blocks. Smooth. There we go. This diamond one makes it super easy to lay down tons of blocks at a time. This is what we use to kind of terraform a lot of this area. Okay, so we need to grab door, and we should have the tall oak doors. Are these that we can stick, and they go 3 high. So we've got to have got 2 windows in this first room. Then the wall sticks out from there. So I think the wall is going to come out about right here. That basically finishes up that first room. We'll have to, you know, obviously do all of our decorations and all that kind of stuff later on, but just for getting the basic structure, I think that's looking pretty good. And we'll do the same right here. Do 2 blocks out from the window and then stick our wall down. Then we need to stick our door. Then we are basically done with this section here. Where on our map does our door stick out in relation to like the window? Window is slightly off center from the door, so door is basically like right smack in the middle of this one. 5, 6, 7. Go. Right there should be a good spot for the door. Open that room. Very cool. All right. So we've got a good chunk of beginnings of the floor plan starting to come together. I think we're going to take a break from building this, and I think it's time for us to head into the Nether, because that is something that we have not done yet. And we'll probably pick up some additional blocks that we can use in the Nether. So let's just dump off a whole bunch of stuff that we don't need. And get rid of a couple of these things. And before we do that, I'm going to fly back over here and pick up all of our blue matter that we have collected, which is just a ton of it. And we're going to dump a bunch of that into our table. We're also going to upgrade our gear. Red matter. We want to make... let's see, where is it? Morning Star? Yeah, there it is. Red Morning Star. The Red Morning Star is made by using a hammer, pickaxe, and a shovel. We have not made the red matter hammer yet, so we need to do that. Hey Britflix, how are you doing? So we need a dark matter hammer, which is 2 dark matter and 3 diamonds. One, 2. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a whole stack of dark matter. All right, so that's the dark matter hammer. And we use that to make red matter hammer. Those there. That gets us the red matter hammer, that pickaxe, and the shovel. And then we fill the rest of this. And that gets us the Morning Star, which is a combination of all of these. So that is a nice upgrade there. I also want to upgrade our armor. We need to upgrade our dark matter leggings, our dark matter chest plate, and our dark matter helmet. All right, so now we have full red armor. And pretty cool. All right, so we will dump those things into the Nether, or into our transmutation table. And we are going to build our Nether portal. We need obsidian and we need flint and steel. I don't really have a dedicated place for the nether portal at this time. I will end up probably building one, but for now we're just going to build a basic nether portal. Lay down our obsidian and set fire to it properly. And now we have our nether portal. Let's check on chat real quick. Jacob Shelby says, am I the only one who thinks of Through the Never by Metallica whenever someone says the nether? I sing it to the boys and obviously replace nether for never. So yeah, I'm a cool dad. Britflix says, yes, you're the only one. All right, let's hop into the nether. See where we end up. We are apparently in pitch blackness. And we are falling very quickly. Oh wow, that is right on the edge there. So that's a little terrifying. Magma slimes. Oh. Quite a few of them, actually. With our red matter armor, there's really not a whole lot that can hurt us. There are a few creatures that can. I want to say like the Wither can still damage us. And some of the other stronger creatures. Carl Fan says, so it's basically like the Upside Down in Stranger Things. Yeah, kind of. It's got a lot of different biomes, though. This one that we're in is the Ash Barrens, which is why you have the ash falling down. And it's very obviously was inspired by the Upside Down. Really, our goal here is just to get some different building blocks that we haven't had before and just kind of explore things a little bit. Hit me. Something hit me. Taking damage from something, but I don't see what it is. Oh, it's because I don't have... It's because, I'm out of food. That's why. Hungry. Chicken real quick. A whole bunch of that into our transmutation table. Flick says, Yes, obviously like Stranger Things, which I of course watched. Your nerd cred is way down, Britflex. You gotta step it up. I gotta get you like rolling dice and fighting goblins or something. Make you steal Lydia's elf ears. Alright, so we got magma cream. Oh yeah, the red matter armor. We don't take fall damage anymore, so that's nice. And we kill piglins with one hit. I guess it's really dark for you guys, so I'll throw down some torches. So let's fly around and see if we can find anything cool. Eventually, we'll probably end up building some stuff in the Nether. There will probably be some really cool dungeons and stuff. Let's see. Britflix says, I never said I was nerdy, I said I was pretty. I did watch the first, maybe the second season of Stranger Things. I honestly wanted to watch it because the sheriff was the bad guy on an episode of Law & Order SVU forever ago. Jacob says, Aster wants you to know you can trade with the pigmen if you have gold. Oh, can. That's interesting. Let's grab some gold then. Do we need, I guess, gold ingots? Come back here, dude. Oh, he's a zombified piglin. Does that not work? He says bricks. Bricks? I have the ingots. Like blocks? Grab all the gold that we've got and we'll try it. Whoa, what are you? Like a wolf thing or something. Oh, lava. Stop burning me. Britflix says I'd Google it for you, but I'm not nerdy enough. Well, you know what? Okay, so is it because they're zombie pigmen? Maybe that's why I can't. Do I have to unzombify them? Gold ingots are the only items that piglins accept for bartering. I've got gold ingots, but see, these are zombified piglins. So do I have to do something different with them? Let's see if there are other types of piglins around. That's a zombie piglin. These guys look different. These are piglins. Okay, here we go. Why is he running away? Back. Hey, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. And that doesn't work. Oh, okay. Drop a gold ingot near them. They will pick it up and drop a random item from their inventory. Go away. That didn't work. The normal piglins didn't do anything. But let's go back to the zombie piglins and let's try that. Okay, it said, what about gold armor? I have gold leggings. Does that work? Yeah, that works. No, wait. Well, it got him to stop hitting me. I'm throwing out the gold ingots, but it's not doing nothing. I don't think they like me. I'm very confused. Hi, Nearslu, how are you doing? We are trying to figure out how to get the piglins to trade with us. Okay, these are the piglins. Apparently, Mystery Machine says your money is worthless here. Apparently that is the truth. Because they are just not interested. Aha! Okay, we did something. I gave it to him. Aha! It worked. Okay, so if you're wearing at least a piece of gold armor, you don't drop it, you hand it to them, and then they'll give you something. There we go. He looks at it, and then he gives me something in a second. Go away, magma cube. Alright, so you gotta be wearing gold. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright, let's get away from this slime because he's annoying me. And check out what we got. Alright, so we got some soul sand. We got a fire charge. And I guess some netherrack. Fire charge and the soul sand are nice. Our red matter leggings, because we do want those. There we go. We figured it out. Thank you, Britflix. You were a wonderful help. Hi, Heathen. Welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Yeah, I'm not sure that the whole, if you drop them on the floor, they'll pick them up thing works. They kept dropping them and they weren't doing anything. But if I hand it to them, that does seem to work. We got crying obsidian, I think. Britflix says, I hope this bumps my nerd cred. Gonna have to scrub my internet history or else I'll start showing me targeted ads for golden leggings and piglins. It definitely ups your nerd cred. Alright, so let's see. Got obsidian, crying obsidian, schematic, spectral arrows, fire charge, schematic says contains various plans on how to make axes effective in combat, allows axes to be improved in a workbench. Alright, let's swap back out to our red matter leggings. We're gonna go fly around a bit. See what else we can find. Okay, so we've got striders. Oh, I fell into lava. Get out of the lava. Lord. Let's see here. We have ooh. We have the beginnings of some sort of structure. Got the achievement. Those were the days, whatever that means. I guess this is like a pigman city or something, or what's left of it. A lot of lava around here. Oh, it's a hoglin. What are hoglins? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I mean, not that I'm actually taking any damage, but... So many magma cubes. Just gonna avoid them. Oh wow, this thing is actually pretty big. I see some chests. Got polished gilded blackstone. Banner pattern. Laws. We need all that because we've already got it in our transportation table. Warped grape seed. Golden boots. We'll stick those in there. Bone block. Elastic hand, a flexible arm to place blocks further away. Right click to permanently increase your building power level by 1. That's kind of cool. Building techniques book contains various building techniques to help you build faster. Iron. Pain. Okay, so that, I think that should let us place blocks further away. Let's give it a try. It seemed like it, but maybe so. I already used that. Why do I keep getting more of them? That seems like a weird glitch. I keep getting more of these somehow. Okay, so like there's another one down here. Grab a crossbow, crimson grape seed, and a music disc. Wow, that's a lot of pigmen. Britflick says, okay, y'all, I gotta go. Just got the baby down for his nap, which means my chores clock is ticking. Hope that you have a wonderful time, Britflix. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for your help figuring out how to trade with the pigmen. Carrots. You guys don't seem to be too happy that I'm here. Trying to see if I see any more treasure chests anywhere through here that I haven't grabbed yet. Grab those down there. I don't think I've grabbed these ones. Maybe not. Yeah, we haven't grabbed these. I don't know what all these scrolls do yet. I'll have to look into that a little bit. They are from a different mod that I'm not familiar with. Enchanted book. Soul speed increases movement speed on soul blocks. Misery Machine says, I never played much Minecraft. I was a bigger fan of Terraria. I do like the amazing things people are able to build in Minecraft, though. It's wild. I really like Terraria, and that may end up being a game that I stream at some point. It's one of my favorites. I also really like Starbound, which when it first came out, Starbound was kind of a sci-fi, sort of like a sci-fi low quality Terraria. Not that it was bad, it just wasn't, didn't really hit the same way that Terraria did. But there have been a lot of, there's been a lot of progress in the modding community for Starbound that has done some really great things with it. I guess I could just wear some gold and these guys would stop trying to fight me, but not terribly concerned about it all that much. Or sickles. Here's Lou says, I love Starbound. I haven't played Starbound in a while, but I really like it's got, I guess you could say, more story to it than Terraria does, because you have actual NPCs who will talk to you and things like that, and you have different races of aliens, each of which has their own culture. It really it kind of livens things up, and instead of in Terraria where you just have one world, you can transport yourself to different planets, and there's a lot that you can do with that. And different planets have their own like biomes and stuff like that. The planets do end up feeling kind of samey after a certain point, but some of the modding that is done in the community has really kind of expanded that. So Misery Machine says, I'll have to give it a try. I love that modders end up making games bigger and better. They take something with potential and ramp it up with endless ideas. Yeah, honestly, my favorite games tend to be games that can be modded. It's things like Skyrim, it's things like, things like Skyrim, it's things like Minecraft, Terraria, Starbound. Because if you can take the base game and you can start adding on to it and giving it more things, it just becomes that much more fun. And you could really customize the experience to whatever you enjoy. In fact, I often have several different mod packs installed for Minecraft, because like I've got this one that I use for this stream. I've got all the mods 10, which is a... Oh, why does it get super dark over here? Like there's no light. I guess because these trees are luminous, that's why. I totally lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Yeah, you can customize, you know, your experience that you want. I actually have a mod pack for Minecraft that is all about like RPG style combat. It almost makes it into kind of more like an action RPG like Diablo or Minecraft, or not Minecraft, like Path of Exile or something like that. Nearslu says, my favorite game, Kenshi, has a very healthy modding community. I keep meaning to pick up Kenshi and give it a try. I know you have talked about it so much in Discord, and it's something that I really need to take a look at some point. Misery Machine says, World of Warcraft benefited greatly from mods. That game wouldn't be what it is today without the amazing mods and tools people invented to help the quality of life of players. Yeah, definitely. And it's a really interesting case in that the vast majority of the mods for World of Warcraft don't add new content because they can't, but they add incredible quality of life. I mean, you can completely redesign the entire UI of the game, and that's something you don't see very often. So we've got some sort of a it's like a village or something down here. I don't see any kind of like villagers or anything. We have a giant book. Historic Records Summerfield. Oh, this is from the okay. This is from the Mine Colonies mod. I don't know if building a mine colony in the Nether is really all that smart of an idea. It seems like a really great way to for things to die horribly. But we're just gonna steal some blocks from here. I do want to play around with the Mine Colonies mod sometime soon. We may end up doing that a little bit next stream. I did pick out a spot a couple streams ago in the overworld for a colony location, but we haven't done anything with it yet, so what are these? Like a glass kind. Econite rod. Can actually say what we can use them for. I guess they're just decorative blocks. They're cool though. Misery Machine says Kenshi's on sale on Steam right now for 12 bucks. I may pick it up too. Does is Kenshi purely single player, or does it have multiplayer capabilities? You know what? These are cool. So since we can't stick them in the crafting or in the transmutation table, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a bunch of them. I see where they ended up, because I think they might come in handy at some point. They're like these kind of cool little crystals. I don't know if this is the same one that we've been to or if this is a different Piglin house thing. Sort of the problem with just flying around randomly. Kayla says, I just got the Mafia series from the 2K sale. I haven't bought anything video game wise in a long time. I've been kind of trying to steer away from buying new games because my backlog is just so huge. I've really been trying to make myself stick to games that I have until I kind of work through some of them. That nerd Kayla says, I've got to build up that Steam library. At least that's my excuse. There's a website called fanatical.com. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but they have bundles of games. And they are constantly putting them out at ridiculous prices. And it is a fantastic way if you want to pad out your library. Humble Bundle has some decent deals too, but not nearly as good as what they used to. I used to make a killing on the Humble Bundles. Like, you would get like 12 games for a couple dollars or something, and now their bundles are like $20, so it's a lot harder to get to grab the games like that. Got another block here. These look like a little bit different monazite rods. Grab some of those. Heathen says, I gotta run. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, Heathen. I appreciate it. Kayla says, super new to PC, so I'm giving myself a pass right now to pick up heavily discounted games. Mearslu says, I have 757 games and 910 DLC on Steam. I don't think I need to pad out my library anymore. Kayla says, my buddy Ryan gives me his Humble Bundle codes. Yeah. At a certain point, like, once you've picked up a bunch of these bundles, you'll start getting duplicates, and it's just really fun to just give them away to people. All right, so I think I'm gonna figure out how to get back to our portal. Which is somewhere out this way. That purple dot on the horizon. I actually kind of lied. I had been to the Nether before, but just briefly. I've actually got a second portal set up, but I had not shown that on stream yet. What are you? Are you a fortress? Might be a fortress. Dude is flying. What's up, bro? Piglin paratrooper. I love it. Okay, never mind. We're not going to the overworld yet. We're just gonna fight these guys. Come on, guys. All right, we've got some interesting stuff here. Let's check this out. The trapdoor takes us down. We're in like a little alcove here. There's a whole bunch of chests, but they're all empty. Chests and barrels. Piglin Knight. Oh wow, his knockback is huge. That's copper blocks. Grab the carpet because we can stick that in our table. Got candles. Looks like quartz. If I were playing this on a different mod pack that was more combat based, this would be a lot more harrowing, but with the red armor, or the red matter armor that we've got, like, these guys are pretty harmless. Black candles. Okay, so that's cool. We got a couple more items there. Something blew up. Piglin blacksmith. Oof. Holy crap. There's a ton of these guys. Their knockback is huge. I'm guessing that all these are added by a mod. I don't think this is in the normal game. Aster could probably tell me if he's still watching. I wonder if there's a better sword than the red matter sword. Jacob says, he says he's not sure. Yeah, I think these are probably added by a mod. I'm not sure. What else we can stick here? Pink banner, iron bars. I thought I just picked up a armor stand, but maybe I didn't pick it up. Yeah, there we go. Iron stand. Okay, they've got a campfire under there. That's what's making the smoke. That's clever. This is a really cool structure. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff to explore here. That one out. I'm just going in circles, though. I need to start laying down torches so that I know where I've been. Okay, so this room is cleared. Stairwells. This room is cleared. Okay, what we got here? Grab some pressure plates and some glistering melon slices. Bunch of stuff we've already got. Grab a cake. Oh, did we just break the cake? Oh, I guess I just broke the cake. I guess I need to get some, something with silk touch to be able to grab this stuff. Okay, so let's mark this room as cleared. Clear this one. Blacksmith's whetstone. I think we have one of those yet. Oh. So many knights. That's just an iron rod, yeah. I'm on fire. Okay, so this place doesn't have any place for me to set down torches. There we go. Okay, so we have like Grab some nether wart. That's cool. I've got like a big dragon's head made out of stone here. Or out of what is this? Quartz? Probably quartz. Drying obsidian. The building techniques used for this place are just really neat. There's a lot you can learn here. Horse armor, golden hoe. Daylight detector and a redstone lamp. That'll come in handy. Soul soil, I guess different from soul sand. Last shards. Debris. Ancient debris is not, also not something we can stick in our crafting table, or in our transmutation table. That's the thing, our inventory is getting pretty full, but we do have our alchemical bag. Right about that. Stick a whole bunch of this stuff in there. Grab an enchanted golden apple. Cauldrons. We've already got cauldrons, though. Okay, we will definitely come back here at some point. Hey dude, I can fly too. I just dropped him into lava. Alright, let's see. Where is our nether portal? That whole detour happened because we were on our way back to our nether portal and we got distracted by the entire stronghold there, so I love how there's just like this one stream of lava just pouring out of the ceiling here. Okay, so somewhere through all of this is our nether portal. Oh, I love how I just ran through the one stream of lava that is somewhere in here. Oh, hey, there's a treasure chest. Nothing we need, though. The thing I don't know about another portal is I don't know if it is above or below me. Pretty close to it, but it's only 20 meters away. There it is. No. Yeah, see, it could be up or down. And I'm out of food again. Aster votes for down. Trial fan says, gotta go, Wobble. Catch you on Saturday. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, Aster's probably right. I think it's down. Be really far down. Ha! There we go. Aster was right. We found it. Good job, Aster. Yay! We made it back to the overworld. And we picked up a whole bunch of really cool blocks while we were doing it. So that is some neat stuff. So we are at about 2 hours. I'm going to show off what we did today. We got this first part of the wing done on Marpenoth Hall. Want to find a good spot for the big terrarium build. And I'm going to show this off real quick. First off, we're going to sleep just to get it daylight again. All right. So this is, we had kind of established this last time, a couple streams ago. This is the south boundary of where our mine colony is going to be. And then way down that way is where the center of that colony is going to be too. So I want to put the terrarium somewhere that's not really going to mess with that too much. So I think I'm going to end up building it somewhere out this way. I think I'll probably do it in this section right in here. There is a pillager tower over there. I don't really want to get too close to that. Not that it really matters, but it'll just kind of mess up the looks of my build. We could do over this way. This could be a cool spot for the terrarium. Yeah, I think we'll do it here. We can do the terrarium here, and then we can build a bridge going across this river so that we go around Nearslew's tower and then come into the giant terrarium. I think that's a good idea. I like that. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. All right, so dump off all that stuff, and then I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. This is the end of our Diamonds and Dragons stream today. Tune in on Saturday. We have Final Fantasy IV Ultima. We will be continuing our exploration of the underworld, and we will probably be heading into the Cave of Summoned Monsters. Depending on which version of the game you are playing, there are different names for that cave, but it's basically a cave where we will find some new summons for Rydia. I'm really excited for that. It's one of my favorite places in the game to explore. So we'll be doing that on Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. I have coming up on the blog sometime this week, we've got a new review by Rex Brews. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to get that out. I'm trying to get it out by Friday. It may end up being like Saturday before it comes out. So we've got a couple other interesting things coming up. We've got on Sunday, we've got Sunday Night NES. That will be at 7 p.m. Eastern. Other than that, I hope that you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you this weekend as we return to our retro gaming. We've done a lot today. I'm really pleased with our progress, and we've had a pretty active chat. So thank you to everyone that has been active the whole time that we've been here. I will see you guys this Saturday. Have a great one. Bye-bye.